everybody, and welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, June 1st, 2020.
That's right. It's all the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
First up, we've got a banned and restricted announcement that's sure to send reverberations rolling through the hills.
That's right. So one of the biggest things, and this has maybe never happened before, is there is a magic rules change that comes with this B&R announcement, obviously specifically aimed at companions. So rather than having access to your companion to cast one time, anytime per game, just out of your sideboard, instead, once per game, anytime you could cast a sorcery, you can pay 3 generic mana to put your companion from your sideboard into your hand. This is a special action, not an activated ability. It happens immediately and can't be responded to. It can't be countered or stopped by cards like Phyrexian Revoker.
Wow. So lots of people heading to the internet to give their hot takes on what this means for the future of Standard. Is it enough to nerf the most powerful companion decks that have been dominating the format? Or are they still going to rise to the top regardless?
The consensus so far seems to be that this is probably the end of the dominance of companions, that this is a big enough change. But again, it remains to be seen. We also have Agent of Treachery and Fires of Invention banned in Standard. Fires of Invention, they say its win rate and its metagame presence has just kept growing. As it gets access to more and more powerful cards, people are just able to put them in there. You know, it used to be Kenrith was like the peak of what you could be doing, and that was already a really good deck, or like Cavalier of Flames, really good deck. And then Luca came around and people were like, wait a second, we can just jam this in here instead.
Why not?
So yeah. They say it's a problem that they would foresee potentially just getting worse as opposed to getting better, because Fires just allows people to play all of those most powerful cards.
Yeah, and a bit of a strange ban, I think, an Agent of Treachery. A lot of people are expecting the enablers to get hit before the payoff of Agent of Treachery got banned, but not the case. Agent of Treachery also getting the ban hammer here because they say it can be uniquely frustrating to play against and sometimes difficult to come back from.
But lol, sometimes.
I mean... /never. But cards like Luca and Winota escaping the axe here, which I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, Agent of Treachery being obviously the biggest payoff that we've seen so far for those decks. So will they continue to be good enough without Agent of Treachery? Or, are other things going to climb the ranks of Standard instead?
Yeah, also notably, Agent of Treachery and Fires, the same exact 2 cards, also suspended in Historic. That means they're being monitored for potential future ban or not in the future. So going to sit in timeout in Historic for now.
Yes, and these bans and suspensions will go into effect for all Standard and Historic play queues on Arena once maintenance on June 4th is complete. So if for some reason you really want to get in there with your Yorion deck one more time, you got a couple of days, you monster.
Next up, a mysterious dog post from Wizards of the Coast finds its way to Twitter. It teases something of some sort happening on June 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/magic. It's just a picture of a pretty little doggo sitting in a field, but notably on the tweet itself, it crosses out hound. It says good hound, but hound is crossed out dog. Give them pets.
Yeah.
Which is like, wait, are they changing creature types and like eroding all hounds to dogs now?
I don't know. That would be a really weird thing for them to just say.
Yeah.
As that's like their announcement. And also there's like different text on the photo. There's like all the little bits of text about the things that you see in it. It's very mysterious. So tune in June 4th, 10 a.m. Eastern. Figure out what that is all about.
And that's not the only teaser running around the internet right now. Mark Rosewater on his blog, Blogatog, has also announced some teasers for Corset M21, which will be coming out later this summer. And he's listed a whole bunch of them. We're just going to mention a few here that are kind of exciting. He says the Corset has a lot of new cards, including a brand new Planeswalker from a plane we've already visited, a card that lets you draw half your library. Megan might be interested there.
Very interested. A +1/+1 Tribal Lord for a creature type that's never had one. A creature type with over 50 cards already in print.
What is it?
Who knows? A card with 31 different options.
I like to think that it's changeling. +1/+1 tribal lord for changelings.
Wow, spicy
I don't
prediction.
know if have over 50 or not, but that would be really interesting.
Yeah, or maybe it connects to the other one and it's hound.
Oh.
Errata to dog.
You know what? I bet you're right. Anyway.
Maybe, but maybe not. So maybe it's a teaser. It's a preview for the Corset, and it's going to be a hound. It's going to be a hound lord.
That would be
which
so
was
cool.
my nickname in college.
Well, now it might be a dog lord now, Megan.
Well, you know what? Both apply.
He also says there's going to be a number of reprints, including a popular character first introduced in flavor text, a French vanilla mythic rare, and a card with a unique protection.
Ooh, exciting. So I'm looking forward to those, and hopefully you all are as well. Next up, Command Fest Online is this Saturday. You can find out more about it in the link in the show notes, but you're going to be able to play IRL with other people through spelltable.com, or you can watch community favorites stream on twitch.tv/channelfireball. They're raising money for the Red Cross. So for instance, you can do something like donate $1,000 to ban Sol Ring for an on-camera match.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty
that.
fun. So if you're a Commander lover, check out Command Fest this Saturday, raising money for a good cause and playing Commander in real life. All you've got to have is a setup to kind of film, the cards on your table, and you can play with different people, and you match yourself by what kind of deck you're playing. So you're not going to play against a super, spiky deck. If you just looking for a casual game, something like that, they figure out a way to kind of filter who's looking for what kind of match, which is really cool.
That's right. The first arena open was last weekend, and so this was the very first arena event where you could win cold hard American cash. So 7 wins got you $2,000, or 6 wins got you $1,000. There are a few notable people who got 7 wins. We have Andre Strosky, Willie Adel, who was playing a Simic Mutate deck, notably, which is pretty cool. Chris Botello, who was on Teamer Reclamation. So you can check out their Twitters if you want to see their deck lists.
Yeah, and this is exciting. I actually played in this event. I played, to nobody's surprise, green-white Boggles in Standard. I didn't get all the way there. I didn't make it to day 2, but it was super fun. And other formats are going to come in the future other than Standard, they say. So stay tuned right here to the Upkeep for more information on that, because I will definitely be playing in some limited events if they offer those.
Holding out for some limited events. That would be really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
FYI, if you are a patron of us or of any other creator out there, Patreon sales tax goes into effect in July. The amount varies by tiers and rewards, so you might see a couple of extra cents taken out of your pledge. Cents, like common sense. Anyways, my brain's so tired. So we just wanted to give you a heads up. It won't be much, but in case you see it, or in case that affects the donation amount that you're able to make, again, to us or anyone else that you're supporting, we wanted you to be aware. Yeah,
Megan, hey, why is your brain so tired?
Well, in case you haven't heard, in non-magic news, there's been a whole lot going down across the United States, and specifically Minneapolis has kind of been the epicenter of a lot of both very peaceful protests against, police brutality and violence against Black and people of color, and, it's been a long week for a lot of people. So we wanted to drop some donation links for different organizations in our show notes. There's a whole bunch of places that you can donate bail money to cities where protesters are getting arrested just for peacefully protesting. So if you want to help bail people out for protesting, great thing to do. There's some local organizations in Minneapolis. There's one that's to help rebuild minority-owned businesses on Lake Street, which is definitely a pillar of our minority and immigrant community here in Minneapolis, and a whole bunch of other ones. So take a look, again, down in the show notes, and donate if you are able.
Yeah, thank you so much. It would mean a lot to us if you threw even a couple of dollars their way, and it'll take you just a couple minutes of your time. But yeah, we just wanted to add that in because it is super important, and we have a platform. So there you go. Go support some good causes while you're at it. It'll make you feel better. And you know what? It'll make the world a better place at the same time, which really, that's a 2-for-1 you can't pass up.
The Upkeep is brought to you by you. You can support the show by heading to patreon.com/GLHFmagic and becoming a member for any dollar amount. Thanks.